Hag has spoken out and revealed what really went down with INEOS. They came out to Ibiza. He knows that they spoke to Tuchel and he breaks down why, how he feels, but he says, you know what, we still got things to do before we agree on a new contract. It's not easy. Manchester United made a £35 million bid for a Barcelona star. Apparently, Lenny Euro. What is the latest on that? Manchester United are looking at alternatives for Branthwaite. In my opinion, it's just saying, Everton, look, if you don't lower the price, we're just going to go elsewhere, and we know you need to sell. It's playing the game, and a few other stories about Omar Berrada and his plans. So we're going to get right into the news. I'm going to sum up in 10 minutes for you guys, all the latest Man United news. So please do that like button. Of course, subscribe down below if you're new. I'm recording this at halftime. Right now, England are 1-0 up in the Euro, so let's hope we keep it. Saka and Bellingham have been good, but wow, we miss Luke Shaw because that left-hand side stinks. Continuing, let's get into Ten Hag's interview, which was before the England Euro games. He said this because he's on the Dutch TV coverage. He was asked about the Man United job. He said, they didn't call me. He said, they just flew to Ibiza and disturbed me on my holiday and stood at my doorstep. It's basically what Ten Hag said. He was very surprised. Now, from what I'm hearing, INEOS flew out there because they were like, yeah, we've kind of been a bit disrespectful in the way we've gone about that. So we should probably come to him rather than end his holiday, which is fair. He said this: Manchester United have told me that they spoke with Tuchel, but they eventually came to the conclusion that they have already the best manager. He said that Manchester United and I still have to find an agreement for the new contract. This isn't easily done. We're still going to have to talk about this. So, what's going on with Tuchel? Because some sources are saying Tuchel decided he didn't want the Man United job and he wants a year out of management, which is crazy because we've known for ages that Tuchel wants the Man United job and he's basically begging for the Man United job and making it clear he wants the Man United job, and Fabrizio Romano's briefing that to now Tuchel doesn't want the Man United job. Was that because talks were going on and Tuchel actually decided he didn't want the Man United job because he wasn't going to get enough transfer funds, he wasn't going to get enough money? Or has it been that talks were going on with Tuchel and then Man United were like, actually, we're going to stick with Ten Hag? Because the talks went very deep with Tuchel, talking financial packages. What made Man United want to stay with Ten Hag? Was it a financial move? Was it that Tuchel rejected them? Or was it actually that we actually weren't lying to Ten Hag and we went deep in talks with Tuchel and we thought, now we want Ten Hag? It was between Ten Hag and Tuchel. We've gone for Ten Hag. I know McKenna was in there as well for a bit. Ten Hag said this because he was asked about how long it took. He said, INEOS took their time. They are new in football. It's normal to reflect the season. It's no secret that they talked to multiple candidates. He seemed very chill about it. He said, look, INEOS, they're new in football. They've taken their time. They've just come in. So, look, it's no secret they spoke with multiple candidates, but it is what it is. In the Netherlands, you can't do that, but they took their time. But they're sticking with me now. He was then asked about, obviously, Rashford and his form. He said, Jack Grealish and Marcus Rashford were both lacking this season, and when you're lacking, you don't get picked for your country. I'm going to say this now, and I'm recording this at half-time, which means Phil Foden's going to score 2 goals. But Rashford had been crap this season, but Rashford is England's best left winger. Rashford and Saka may have had, well, Saka had a good season, but Foden and Palmer may have had a better season than Rashford and Saka. But in an England shirt, Rashford and Saka are England's 2 best wingers because Gareth Southgate likes to stretch the width. He likes direct players. Rashford statistically is England's best winger by goal contributions. Saka is England's statistically second best winner by goal contributions, averaging a goal contribution like every 112 minutes for Rashford and 118 minutes for Saka, whereas Foden's 188 minutes. Grealish is like 200 minutes. Like, I still think we should have had Rashford as an option in the Euros, but we're not here to talk about the Euros. This is a Man United channel, and we're here to talk about Manchester United. So this is from One Football. This came through ESPN. And they said this: Manchester United will target Bayern Munich defender De Ligt and Crystal Palace defender Gay and little teenager Lenny Euro if Everton do not lower their asking price for Branthwaite. I think Lenny Euro is seen as an addition to Branthwaite, if I'm going to be honest. I think we've got 2 centre-backs, although I know it does depend on one of Lindelof and Maguire being sold. We're looking to offload Lindelof. There was a 10 million bid that went in for Lindelof, which we rejected, which is fair. I think we want 15 million for him, apparently. But that didn't come out from the most reliable source, so do ignore what it said about the Lindelof bid until it's confirmed by Romano. ESPN said that De Ligt, Gay and Euro are all options for United, although they're unlikely to be alone in that pursuit. PSG, Real Madrid, of course, Liverpool also interested in the Euro. They obviously know that Bayern Munich want to sell De Ligt. Obviously, they want Branthwaite. The feeling is Branthwaite deal should be done at 50 to 55 million because there's no crazy competition. Everton know that Man United have alternatives and they're not going to overpay under INEOS anymore. United made that clear. And Everton need to sell on the money by June 30th. So I think we're in a position where hopefully we can get Branthwaite done for 50 million. I think INEOS know that they have to get this Branthwaite deal done for 50, 55 million at the most. They have to walk away. INEOS have to walk away if it gets 55 million because they want to say that we don't overspend anymore. And other clubs will see if we spend 65 million for Branthwaite and Cave and we'll get mugged off. If other clubs see us walk away and go sign another centre-back, other clubs will go, okay, this isn't the Man United that we can add 10 million onto price tag for. That's what Ineos have got to do. They've got to undo, the last 10 years of just disgrace by Woodward and Mercer and Arnold of bad negotiating, basically. Talking of Lenny Euro, it was said this: Real Madrid now lead the race to sign Man United linked to Lenny Euro for a transfer fee of around 43 million. Am I shocked? No. Am I surprised? No. Do I think Lenny Euro go to Real Madrid? Yes. Do I want Lenny Euro at Man United? Absolutely. I would take Lenny Euro in a heartbeat as a Varane replacement. His IQ, his reading of the game is brilliant. He's physically good. He's good in duels. His ability to cover ground and step up into midfield and technical ability is good. I mean, he's brilliant for an 18-year-old. He's so good that Real Madrid want him, and he'll probably be going to Real Madrid. A bit like Camavinga. I would have killed for Camavinga at Man United, but he's at Real Madrid. And then the Euro can just run down his contract and go for free next year. Obviously, Real Madrid know he's got 1 year left of his contract. So Real Madrid are going to drag it out until the end of the window. So then they're like, we might lose him for free if he doesn't stay. Let's sell him to Real Madrid on the cheap. That's what happens. We'll pay the fee that Lille want. Real Madrid know they can probably save 10 million if they delay this because the player will wait out for Real Madrid. That looks like it's going to happen. I don't think we're going to get Lenny Euro. I think we'll get Todibo and Branthwaite, but I think we'll only move for Todibo late in the window once something happens with either Lindelof or Maguire. Now, apparently, we've made a move for a striker at Barcelona. We almost made a move from the past, and that was Victor Roque. Manchester United's 35 million euro bid for 19-year-old striker Victor Roque has been rejected by Barcelona. Despite this, United remain interested in the player. Barcelona president Joan Laporta declined the offer, seeking to recover most of the fee paid. So obviously this was a great youngster that Barcelona signed, and he hasn't really worked under Xavi. And he was a player that Man United wanted to sign, obviously, a couple of years ago, but he went for Barcelona. It's not quite worked out. He's still one of the top talents in Europe, despite it not working out. And the Muppeteers did also confirm we are looking at this guy. This is a guy of interest. Now, obviously, when we're linked to a Barcelona player, we have to take all the news with a pinch of salt because Barcelona media makes Man United media look truthful. It's that bad. But this is one to keep an eye on. We're looking at this guy. We're looking at Maximilian Bia in the Bundesliga. We've been looking at Xerxes. I know that Xerxes, I think, is first choice, but I don't know if we get him. We did obviously look at Sesko, but he's been ruled out. We like Cunha, but he's seen as out of price tag. We like Ivan Toney, but he's seen as out of price tag. We like this guy called Talis at Palmeiras as well. I mean, Palmeiras had Endrick Talis, Luis Guilherme. They had, obviously, Stavio that's just gone to Esteval that's just gone to Chelsea. They've got crazy amount of talent, but obviously, yeah, this is one to definitely keep an eye on, one to watch, but I don't see Man United wanting to pay more than £25 million for this guy that's not really kicked on at Barcelona. Which brings us into other stories, because one thing we know about Omar Berrada is he wants to implement a pricing structure. It was said this: for Omar Berrada, implementing the correct structure at Manchester United is key to the team's success. He warns overpaying clubs, players and agents in the transfer market can lead to teams fighting themselves on a slippery slope. Omar Berrada, I think, is making it clear to United we can't overpay this window. We've got to set a message. If Branthwaite goes above 50 million can go to 55 million if it includes add-ons. We need to walk away and we need to look at maybe like Hancho of Feyenoord. We need to look at, I don't like De Ligt, and I don't know if Inacio is the right profile. Maybe Inacio we look at, we need to look at other options. We need to go by Todibo. I think what we need to do is, if they say, Branthwaite's, too much, we go put in a bid for Todibo, and we'll get Roman to say United put in a bid for Todibo, and Everton will be like, okay, we've got to lower the fee. Everton are playing us. Everton want to sell him, and they want to sell him by June 30th, and they need the money. Unless they set out doing on and get funds, and they need to. And the player will push for the move. I think we can play Everton into getting about 50 million. I think we can. But Everton know it's United, and we need to play the game well. And Berrada, when he comes in July 13th, he'll take over the financials. So we've got a month without Berrada. But when he comes in, he's going to be helping negotiate the final bits of deals, helping the financials and stuff, which is super important. Listen, people, we want Xerxes, but I think he wants AC Milan. We're keeping an eye on Elise, but that depends on the agreement. Sancho exit first. We seem to be moving. We'll have to wait and see. They're not at the Euro, so hopefully that can move a little bit quicker. We have looked at Yusuf Fofana, but we'll move for a midfielder later. We've got to offload Casemiro first. I still think we need two midfielders, and we need to offload Casemiro. Eriksen had a good game at the Euro, so hopefully that will help us offload him, because I don't think he's got the legs for United, but I think he could be a really good player for a mid-table side. I think United are in a somewhat decent position, but we need to see a little bit of movement now. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button. Of course, subscribe if you're new. See you next time. Bye.